I know the Seahawks have a die-hard fan base. In fact, one of the best in all of sports. And if you're a part of the 12th man, all I want you to do is go ahead and like this video because I think you're going to like what you see today. Before we get into today's Seahawks news and some Russell Wilson trade rumors, today's show is presented by the Fetch Rewards app. If anybody out there wants to take those old receipts, turn them into gift cards, Fetch Rewards is how you do it. The link is down there in the comments and in the description. So we did have some breaking news here, and I know I'm not the usual guy that films stuff here on our Seahawks channel, but you know what? I was like, I bet you guys would want some news and rumors. So the Seattle Seahawks have gone ahead and they have promoted Clint Hurtt to defensive coordinator. The report came out just literally about 20 minutes ago. He's been the defensive line coach since 2017. The Seahawks, they fired Ken Norton after the 2021 season. Now, personally, I like this hire a lot. I think it makes a lot of sense from top to bottom. Hurt's been one of those really well-respected guys. His pretty solid relationship in the locker room, which definitely helps when you have a head coach like Pete Carroll. The Seattle Times is the one that ended up breaking this whole thing down, which they tweeted out about at 1:33 p.m. Central Time. Breaking: defensive line coach and assistant head coach Clint Hurtt, which I should mention, he is still assistant head coach, is expected to soon be named the Seahawks defensive coordinator. Then Ian Rapoport basically doubled down and said, this is the expectation. Pete Carroll has always thought highly of Clint Hurtt, and now he is slated to be elevated to the DC title. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I know Pete Carroll has done a lot of good stuff. I know the offense has done a lot of good stuff. But when I think of the Seahawks, I think of the Legion of Boom. I think of an amazing defense. And Hurtt, who is also serves as the assistant head coach, has that connection with these players. And you're hoping that you can get back to playing some of that tough-nosed style of football. Because I know if you're a Seahawks fan coming into the season, I thought that they could have been the best team in the division. I really, truly did. And then you watch the 49ers and the Rams both battle it out in the NFC Championship game. You saw how far the Cardinals made it. A lot of good offense, but also some pretty solid defense between both of those teams. So, Clint, I know you got a tall task ahead, but my hopes are high for you, man. So it's time to go back to school. It's been quite some time for me, at least. I've been out of high school now. I graduated in, 2011. So you guys can let me know when you all graduated. But I want you to grade the promotion of Clint Hurtt to DC. A, you absolutely love it. B, it's good. C, it's average. D, it's terrible. F, it's bad. As it currently stands right now, I'm going to give it a B grade. Maybe I'll go back and look on this and say I was wrong. Maybe I'll say it was a little bit too lenient. But as it stands right now, Clint Hurtt to DC is a B grade. Now, in terms of Hurt's NFL rise, he started out in 2014 as an assistant defensive line coach of the Chicago Bears. Then from 2015 to 2016, he was the outside linebackers coach in Chicago. From 2017 to 2021, the defensive line coach / assistant head coach. And now in 2022, he has been named the Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator. Really, truly, the reason why I think that they decided to go this route is because Pete Carroll trusts him. And there's been a lot of rumors whether or not Carroll would end up coming back. And I really do think this is Carroll saying, guys, I'm going with somebody who I personally trust, who I know knows the defense really well. So stop the rumors about me. Clearly, Pete Carroll going with a guy that he knows he has his back. Now, if you guys are looking for an app that I know has your back, if 2020 taught me anything, it taught me to be smarter with my money. And the Fetch Rewards app is a great app where it's free to download, and you're going to be able to turn those old gift cards or old receipts into gift cards, which you're actually going to be able to see right here how easy it is to go ahead and redeem all those points and turn them into gift cards. So if you go to chatsports.com/fetch, you're actually going to get 3,000 bonus points. It is really, really simple to go ahead and use this app here. So if you're a Seahawks fan, as you can see, I'm circulating the Amazon card. You just click the orange button, then you're going to be able to go ahead and get redeemed. It is important to mention 3,000 bonus points equates to about $3. So you can quickly rack up those bad boys. I know for me, I've only had this app for about a month, and I'm getting really, really close now to 10,000 bonus points. So go to chatsports.com/fetch, earn points on any receipt from any store or restaurant, and then redeem points for gift cards and other rewards. If you don't realize what I'm talking about, if you're not going to be able to remember that link or remember the promo code, it's down in the description, it's down in the comments. So please go ahead and check out what all the fuss is about from Fetch Rewards. Let's now go to some trade rumors, and I know you guys don't want to trade Russell Wilson, and I'm with you. I mean, I don't think you should trade Russell Wilson. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. But Ian Rapoport went ahead and he sent out a report that said, don't rule out a Wilson trade. The reports around Wilson being or wanting to be traded, the trade rumors, they came up last offseason. Everybody was like, oh, Russ is gone, Russ is gone. He's still sticking here right now. It does still sound like Russ is going to weigh his options, and he's going to consider everything. But you're going to get another offseason jam-packed full of Russell Wilson trade rumors. So, hey, stick tight. Here's what Rapoport had to say on the Pat McAfee show today. I'm not saying he's definitely going to leave Seattle, but he wants to look around at his options. I wouldn't rule out a trade. All I hear again is like, well, here we go again, right? Because if you're an NFL player, you should always weigh out all of your options. Now, sure, that doesn't always mean trade, but Wilson's done a lot of good things for this organization. He said he wanted a better offensive line. He wants more skill position players, and he said that he wants to play for a long time. All I know is this. Going to be a lot of Russ trade rumors, and to make sure you guys never miss anything, I want you to go ahead, subscribe, turn on those notifications if you're superstitious. Subscribe, then Russell Wilson won't get traded away. If he does end up getting dealt, of course, we're going to be making a video. Hell, we might even go live. If it's confirmed that he's staying, again, we will be making a video here on the show. Now, in terms of Russell Wilson this past season, I will give him some credit because even though he battled some injuries, he's still a really tough dude. 64.8% completion percentage, 3,113 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but the QBR a little bit lower at 55.0. I'll personally point the finger at the fact that Tyler Lockett was banged up there for a little bit. The offensive line wasn't great, and let's just face it, Russ looked a little bit rusty. If you're talking about some destinations that he could potentially go to, here are my top 5 teams. And the Denver Broncos seem very interested in a quarterback, though. I don't know how smart it would be for Russ to go to the AFC West where he has to take on Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes. Las Vegas Raiders, I personally think they're going to stick with Derek Carr. The Miami Dolphins, I know what Stephen Ross said, that's the owner of Miami, that they're going to stick with Tua. But with all the reports that apparently he was paying Brian Flores $100,000 to lose, he could get fired. And if not fired, he could have to actually sell the team. And if that happens, then I think Russ to Miami is a possibility. The New York Giants have stated they're going to stick with Daniel Jones, but hey, you never know. And then the Washington Commanders, it still looks really weird saying it out loud. So obviously the Seahawks want to keep Russ, and the 12 should do everything in their human power to make sure that Russ does not leave Seattle, because let's face it, if you have a top 5 and arguably a top 5 quarterback on your team, you got to do everything in your power. And considering the fact that this team doesn't have a lot of draft capital, considering the fact that their free agency money is a little bit limited, if you lose Russ, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a rebuild. But I could also say this, if you do want to rebuild, you could trade Russ for probably 3 first-round picks at the absolute least, and then go ahead and figure out what you got going forward. So here's going to be my question, and then I'm going to get out of here because I know you guys are going to throw a whole bunch of middle fingers at me. Will Russell Wilson get traded? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to go ahead and type N for no. My job here at Chat Sports is to give it to you guys straight. It's to be honest with you. I personally think, yes, Russell Wilson will get traded, but if he is traded, if you're Seattle, you better go ahead and get 3-4 first-round picks for the quarterback. Now, I know you guys made it this far in the video, and I appreciate you. You're going to get a lot more content from a bunch of the guys here at Chat Sports. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you never miss anything. So hit that sub button, and if you're part of the 12s, go ahead and like the video.